Hey, thanks for checking out our video. This is Mike from Paramount Guitar. Death in His Grave, gosh, it is one of my favorite songs of all time. And it's a great song for people that don't know how to play slide, like myself, to have an opportunity to really get in there and play some cool slide guitar licks, excuse me. It's all right in one area of the neck for the most part. It's really simple stuff. And let's go ahead and jump in so we can get you playing some sweet stuff by John Mark McMillan. A quick run through of some of the gear that I'm going to be using for this quick little demo. A glass slide, which I like to wear on my ring finger, simply because it's comfortable. A lot of players wear them on different fingers. Find something that works for you and roll with it. That's my motto. I'm also going to be using an overdrive pedal to just give me a little bit of crunch and sustain as I play through this. And then I also have a delay, a reverb, and a volume pedal, and I'll show you guys all how and why I'm using those once we really get into playing this lick, and you'll see how it all comes together to sound really great and really spacey. Let's go ahead and jump into actually explaining this riff then. This entire lead is all going to be centered around that D bar chord, which you play on the 5th fret of the 5th string there. It sounds like this. That's where this riff likes to live, is just right up in that area. So our primary focus is going to be right around the 7th fret there on the B, G, D, and A strings, depending on what part of the riff we're on. So we start this out by playing on the G string here. We're going to play on that 7th fret as we mentioned. And when we do that, we put our slide kind of halfway in between, almost right over the middle fret there, in between the 7th and 8th frets. So we play that note. And we shake it just a little bit, gives it just a little bit of feel. When you're playing with the slide, it's kind of hard to be accurate with your note placement. When you add that vibrato on there, it helps cover that up a little bit and give you a little bit more leeway. So we play that 7th fret on the G string. Then we play the 7th fret on the D string. Then we play the 9th fret, and we're still on the D string. We just slide that right up to that 9th fret there. Just like that. And then we come up to the B string here, which is that 2nd string. We're going to be on the 7th fret, but we're going to slide up halfway in between that 7th and 9th fret to get that nice slid in note there. And that sounds like this. And then we return back to that G string right there. So once again, that 7th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the D string, 9th fret on the D string, and then our little slide in part on the 7th fret of the B string. And that's the basis of that whole riff. Now I'm going to go ahead and play through that lick there, that lead line for Death in His Grave. I'm going to use my volume pedal now along with those other effects that we talked about before. The reason I use my volume pedal is when you listen to the song, when the lead's being played, you don't really hear that sound of the pick hitting the string, that picked out noise. Instead, it's just very smooth because they use that volume pedal to roll in on that, so you don't get that pick attack. So I'll be using that, as I mentioned, that overdrive, some delay and reverb too, just to add some space and keep everything nice and smooth. And that riff sounds like this. Along with that bass lead that we just went over, during the verse, a lot of guys like to just play around on that, pick a couple notes out of that, and let it just hang to cover space as the verse goes on. Another thing that I like to do, and another thing that's done in the song, is playing out the actual chords themselves, which are D, A, B minor, and G, and I like to play those out with the slide in different places on the neck. So just really quickly so you guys get a feel for that, I played that D, just the top of that D, as if we were playing that power chord there. I play an A, which is just an octave up from my regular A. Then I play a G, which is going to be all on the 12th fret there on the B, G, and D strings. And then the B, for that B, I just play the 4th frets on the A and D string there. and just shake those out a little bit, which is just that top half of the B. So together, that sounds like this. And it's just really nice and gives it a nice twang to it. And that is a quick walkthrough on how to play the leads for Death in His Grave. Thanks again for stopping by, checking out our video. Check out Paramount Guitar, our YouTube page. We've got other videos as well. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.